What up, Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands NorCal. Thanks for joining me once again for another conversion video. Now this time we're going to do a build competition that we do within our Gaslands NorCal group. Usually one person picks up a bunch of cars, the same cars obviously, and everybody puts in one bit or piece or something that has to be used. And the person providing the cars, they make the rules for the challenge. For this challenge, we are going to be using a Chrysler Pacifica. And the one rule that Thomas, the guy who's putting the challenge together, had implemented is that there's no 3D bits allowed except for crew members, which for me is kind of a challenge in and of itself because I love my 3D bits, especially my tires. So I've got some bits and pieces that I've scrounged over the years in my bits box that aren't 3D printed, so I have some ideas for those. We also have some sort of crafting jewelry looking thing. I put in the pencil holder things that look like tires that I've used for tires before, way back when I first started. Bo Daddy put in a scoon ferrule. Not sure exactly what that is. We also have some mesh that Tony put in, and then Lassen put in a level. So you have to use all of these in the build. I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do. I've already, been cooking up some things. Like I said, this is going to be a little more of a challenge. We're not using 3D bits, but I think I can make it happen. So stick around, but first of all, we got to get this baby apart, get her in the strip. Alright, so here's the plan. Well, we'll see. I'm going to cut off the front and extend it out, kind of like I did with the Elvis build. And since I can't use any 3D bits, I've got some engines that I salvaged or saved from previous builds before, and I'm going to do the dual engine thing again with the two engines up front like so. Get all the other bits all cut off. So we'll have two engines. We've got this grill from a truck that I did before. That's where they're going to sit, actually. They're going to sit up there like... Ugh. So, got the engine behind it, and that's going to be the front of the vehicle. So it's going to be extended. That's what I'm going to do, what the plan is. The level I'm going to use as a rear axle with these tires that I salvaged off a toy, one of the wind-up toys. So I've got these tires that are actually really cool looking. I don't know why I kept this, but I'm glad I did. I'm actually thinking about making dualies for the back. And I've got some other tires that I salvaged from a build also that are also rubber. I'm going to use for the front. For the bit, like jewelry bit thing, I think I'm going to use it coming out the top as a turret for a machine gun. Got some plans for that. My pencil holder things I only use to cover up the where the regular Hot Wheels portion is going to be. So cover that up. Of course, I'm going to paint them like silver or black and dry brush it silver. The ferrule things, I think I'm going to do the boomsticks before like I did before with Elvis. So use that for the tips of those and probably crimp them. And the mesh, I'm not sure if I'll do mesh over the windows or just mesh over the top. So that's the plan. We'll see how it works out. I've already got some ideas for weapons and stuff that I think is going to work out pretty cool. But yeah, let's get this cut off and then we'll get it primed. I'm thinking probably like a red for the final color, but we'll see what happens. But first, let's get it cut off and primed. So let's do it. All right, so we got everything all cut up. It's nice and smooth and primed and ready to go. Got the front end also cut off and trimmed up. Probably be cutting the tires out of the back just because that doesn't go with the rest of it. Got the front trimmed up. Got the glass portion trimmed up on the front. Probably going to cut out the top because that's where I want my turret to stick out of for my machine gun. And I got the engines all ready to go, and this is going to fit just perfectly on top of the engine block. But I want to get it all painted black, and then I'll dry brush it in silver just to get rid of that chrome, because the chrome just doesn't go with what I want for the Wastelands. Wheels are looking very cool. The dualies are just going to be awesome on there, and the front wheels going to work out fine just as well. So let's get this painted up. Like I said, I think I'm going to do the red. I think it should look pretty cool, especially when I dry brush some dust on there. That'll look pretty good. And then yeah, start getting everything together and figuring out what we're going to do with everything. For the weapons, what I'm going to do, since we cannot use 3D printed bits, I got the Final Faction Air Assault Mech Weapons Pack from the dollar store, and I have these bullets that I got from a buddy a long ass time ago that I never used. So I'm going to use these machine guns because they are not 3D printed, and I have some ammunition coming out the sides. That's the plan anyway, so not sure if we can do anything else with the rest of it, but we'll see what happens and where we go. So let's get these out and painted, get everything started putting together, and yeah, looking good. So we're all together, looking pretty cool. Obviously I have some touch-ups and stuff to do. Gotta get all that painted up so it's not looking all blue, and the undercarriage all so it's not purple and stuff. Paint up the axles and stuff black and dry brush them, get some grunge going on the mesh. And then I got some final little pieces to add on there. I got a ram I'm going to stick on the front that's going to be chained on. Got a little engine thing and be sticking on the back to take up the back portion, so it's not all sticking out and looking all empty. And then got the machine gun with the ammo that's going to go in there. So yeah, looking pretty cool. Gonna get it all, like I said, touched up and get some details and stuff on there, and then get everything glued back together and dusted up, and this thing will be good to go. So yeah, for a build that has no 3D printed bits, turned out pretty cool. Really liking it. Let's get some stuff touched up. Alright, and there we have it. One au natural Chrysler Pacifica, no 3D printed bits used. The tires, both front and back, came from some other toys that I had disassembled and kept bits and pieces of. Really like how the back tires turned out with the dualies on there. Got the ram, basically just popsicle sticks with the mesh wrapped around it. So the bits that we had to use were the mesh, the little ferrule things that I used as the exhaust pipes, more mesh in the windows. Had to use the level that I used as the back axle, and then the foam pencil grips that I used for the sides right here, and then for the connection piece underneath. So all bits were used, no 3D bits were used. This was the plastic toy that I got from the dollar store. Some more plastic toy stuff that I had from a long time back. But yeah, everything turned out really, really cool. This is very, very reminiscent of Elvis, the one I did about a month ago, I guess. So being that this was more of like a mom van, the Chrysler Pacifica, it is one of the Hot Wheel vans. I am going to dub this one Priscilla, Elvis's wife. So Priscilla Presley, Elvis Presley, there you go. So yeah, awesome build, had a lot of fun doing it. If you enjoyed this video, you learned something, do me a favor and hit that like button. My goal is to do weekly videos, whether vehicle builds, terrain builds, battle reports, whatever. So if that's for you, hit the sub button below and ring the bell to get notified when new content drops. I do sell all my builds pretty inexpensively on my Etsy page, so if you want to pick something up, see what else I've done, you can even request a custom build. Check out the link in the description below. If you'd really like to show some love, head on over to my Patreon page and get signed up. Every little bit helps keep the paint flowing, the printer printing, and the camera rolling. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your finger on the trigger. Gaslands NorCal, signing out.